Today we're making these simple, juicy, and protein-packed turkey burgers for dinner. To start, you'll prep your ground turkey by adding it to a large bowl and mashing it with a fork to help the seasoning distribute evenly. Today I'm using sazon, black pepper, and thyme. Next is mincing some fresh garlic, followed by cilantro and sweet onions to add them to the bowl with the rest of the mixture. As you should already know, I like everything fresh because it adds on to the flavor and makes it even better. So that's why I take my time to do this step, but you definitely don't have to if you don't want to. Especially when it comes to those onions, because I was crying. And I feel like I've tried every single tip to prevent this and none of them work. And when you have everything in the bowl, make sure to mash and mix everything really well so the flavors can blend together. And the last thing we're gonna add onto the mixture is an egg. This is gonna help the patties hold their shape when we fry them. So make sure to really mix that in really well with the rest of the mixture like we were doing before. Mash and mix. And when you're done mixing everything, this is what the mixture should look like. You should be able to see a little bit of everything with the cilantro, the garlic, and the onions. And now the next step is just forming the patties. And for that, I'm just scooping some of the mixture into my hands and then rolling that into a ball, then pressing it into a patty shape. Don't flatten them too much because you'll do that in the pan. And I clearly had the worst possible gloves for this step in the house, but they eventually got everything done. So I guess I can't complain much, but I definitely recommend that you use some better gloves for this step. When I reached the last patty, I noticed that it was a little bit too small, so I took some from the first one because that one looked like it was extra big. You can do the same for yours, but hopefully they come out perfect. And this is what the patties looked like after I was completely done. They were pretty big in my opinion, but that's exactly what I was going for. And the next step is just frying them in my stainless steel pan. And to check and see if my pan was ready, I just flicked some water directly into the pan. And once I saw the water droplets rolling around, that's when I knew that the pan was fully heated and ready to use. So I waited until each droplet was fully evaporated. Then I added in some sunflower oil into the pan and transferred in my first burger patty. And if you're like me and you don't have a burger masher, I think that's what they're called, just use the back of your spatula and mash down the burger patty to flatten it a little bit more into that shape. And after a few minutes, I decided to flip my patties over onto the second side so I can get a good sear on that as well. And while they were frying, I went ahead and started prepping my burger buns. Today I'm using some fresh lettuce, tomatoes, and pickles. And I originally wanted to add some avocado onto this, but for some reason I forgot when I was plating everything. And to check if the patties are done, I use a thermometer. And what I like to do is poke some holes into the patties to let the juices flow for extra flavor. As you can see, this patty still had a lot of juices inside. And when they reached 165 degrees Fahrenheit, I topped them with some cheese and then plated them. I added some ketchup and mustard into my top buns, but feel free to use whatever you want. But that's pretty much it for this burger. I also made some fries on the side for this, so I plated that as well. It's time to eat. Forgot to add my avocado onto it, but that's perfectly fine. You can add that to another recipe. First bite. It's dripping. That's how juicy this is. I know turkey's known for being dry, but not this burger because I made it. That is so good. Only issue I'm having right now is that the burger meat is a little bit too big for the bun itself, so it's kind of sliding. Other than that, this is super delicious and juicy. It has a lot of flavor. I just wish my bun would stay together. All right, y'all. I hope you try this burger. It's the juiciest burger recipe that you will ever have. I promise you. If you do, let me know in the comments how it tastes for you. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next cooking video. Bye.